Imagine you are walking alone through a dense, ancient forest. Suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, you are struck by an arrow. It pierces your arm. The pain is sharp, hot, and undeniable. Your adrenaline spikes. Your body screams in protest. This is a physical reality. Now, imagine that in your anger, your shock, and your indignation at being shot, you reach into your quiver, pull out a second arrow, and plunge it into the exact same wound, twisting it deeper into the flesh. That sounds like madness, doesn't it? No sane person would voluntarily double their own physical injury. Yet, according to ancient wisdom, this is exactly what you do to your mind every single day. We are not destroyed by what happens to us. We are destroyed by the story we tell ourselves about what happens. This is the parable of the second arrow. Welcome back to the Stoic Frame. Today, we are dissecting the architecture of human suffering to find a truth that has been lost in our modern chaos. Whether you look to the Buddhists, the Stoics, or the ancient scriptures, the diagnosis is often the same. Life will inevitably shoot the first arrow. You will get sick. You will lose money. You will face betrayal. This is the nature of a fallen world. It is the pain that is unavoidable. But the suffering, the anxiety that keeps you awake at 3 a.m., the spiraling depression, the bitterness, that is the second arrow. And unlike the first, the second arrow is optional. It is a product of your judgment. Today, we are going to learn how to put the second arrow down and how to build what the Emperor Marcus Aurelius called the Inner Citadel. Before we lay the foundation of this fortress, I have an invitation. If you are here because you are tired of the noise and are seeking to recover these missing pieces of wisdom for your own life, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It signals that you are part of this search for truth. Now, let's look at how we unknowingly hurt ourselves. Let's bring this philosophy down from the clouds and into your living room. Let's say you send a text to someone important, a romantic interest, a family member, or a boss. Hours go by, then a day, no reply. That silence, that is the first arrow. It is a neutral fact. The pixels on the screen have not changed. No one has yelled at you. Nothing has physically touched you. But then the second arrow strikes. Your mind begins to spin a narrative. You think, they are ignoring me because I'm annoying. I'm going to get fired. I am unlovable. I am a failure. You begin to suffer, not because of the silence, but because of your judgment of the silence. You are catastrophizing. You are grieving a tragedy that hasn't even happened yet. You are bleeding over a wound that exists entirely in your imagination. As the Stoic Seneca famously wrote to his friend Lucilius, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. We have a habit of exaggerating our sorrow, treating possibilities as certainties. The event itself is often manageable. It is our resistance to the event that becomes unbearable. The Stoic masters understood that we have almost zero control over the external world. We cannot stop the first arrow from flying, but we have absolute dominion over how we interpret the wound. Consider Epictetus. He wasn't a wealthy academic. He was born a slave. He lived with a permanent physical disability, a first arrow he carried every day. Yet his core formula for freedom was this: it isn't the things themselves that disturb people, but the judgments that they form about them. He taught that when you are insulted, it is not the person who insults you that causes the hurt. It is your belief that you have been insulted. If you refuse to accept the judgment, the insult remains just noise in the air. It has no target. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the known world, faced plagues, constant wars on the frontier, and betrayals by his closest generals. He wrote to himself in his private journals, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it, and it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now." Wipe out the judgment. Think about the agency in that phrase. You can look at a disaster and say, "This is unfortunate, but it is not the end." You remove the emotional charge. You pull out the second arrow before it infects the blood. So how do we do this? We cannot just decide to be happy. That is not how the human brain works. We must build what Marcus called the Inner Citadel. This is a fortress inside your mind, a fixed point of reason and spirit that external chaos cannot breach. To build this fortress requires a specific practice, the holy pause. When the first arrow hits, when the criticism comes, when the bank account drops, you must arrest the immediate reaction. Do not let the impression become a judgment. Stop, breathe, and ask yourself, is this objectively terrible, or is my mind adding the terror? Retreat into that part of yourself that observes the pain without becoming the pain. That is your fortress. Inside the citadel, you are safe. Outside, the storm rages, but inside, you choose your response. You choose whether to pick up that second arrow or leave it on the ground. The world will always have arrows for you. You cannot armor your body against fate, and you cannot control the actions of others, but you can armor your mind. You can refuse to add to your own burden. You can leave the second arrow in the quiver. The next time you feel that spiral beginning, remember, pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Choose your peace. If you want to strengthen your mind and explore more philosophy that applies to modern life, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.